Time to get it based. Welcome back to another video. So in this one we are just working on the base. So I had the base spread with Chaos Black and I'm just giving it a quick 1-2 with Mechanica Standard Grey. That was the first base. Here we go with the second one. Just getting that slopped all over. Sloppy slops. As what Duncan always says, 2 thin coats. And now that the Mechanica Standard Grey is dried, I'm just going to do a quick wash with Adrax Earthshade. Just to darken it down. You know what the crack is with this stuff. Well, I've actually misplaced my painting handle, so I'm just using a cork from a wine bottle with some blue tack on it as a DIY just for the time being until I either buy a new one or find it. And I'm just mopping up the pools that I've left because, you know, I went over it a wee bit too heavy with that battered base brush. Just still mopping it up. And then I left it for 45 minutes. So now that the Adrax Earthshade is dry, I'm just giving it a quick once over again back in Mechanica Standard Grey just to bring it back through. Just a quick dry brush, and I went over the Mechanica Standard with just a very light Celestial Grey or Celestia Grey. Just speeding through that. Yeah, I keep adjusting it every now and then I went round the outside. Oh, I caught on there. So I'm just going around the outsides of the stone in Dunstone. Just going around the outsides and then around the actual sides of it as well. I actually kind of liked how this turned out, which you will see later on in the rest of the video, but I actually do love the way it turned out, and I do love painting me some bases. Base painting, a lot of people hate it, but I enjoy it, you know, it's good crack, it's fun. I'm just putting, you'll hear me popping paints back here. This is just the voiceover, so I couldn't remember all the names of them, so I took them out from whenever I tidied up and just have them in front of me so I can read them out. And I think I've actually found the perfect camera angle as well, so that way I can see everything. And then the very few people who actually watch these can actually see them too. So yeah, just picking off just a wee second layer of Dawnstone around the sides. Just giving it a wee lick. Just making them stand out more from what the Mechanica Standard and the Celestial in the middle. And then, right, I left that to dry. So this part, I took some Corax White and turned it, just watered the life out of it so I could do this. It took me a couple of practices to make sure I got the consistency right for the white. And this is my second time doing something like this, and this one actually turned out a lot better than the first. You can just see the white on the wet palette up there. I'm just inking it, just dropping it in and pushing it around. Just pushing it around. Just the wee quick tidy up there. I just love it. As soon as you like drop it in, it just runs through the recess gaps. It's amazing. So yeah, what I was saying. Yes, so the way it just pours in through the recesses, I love it. I use the smallest brush I have. It's like a, I'm not really good with numbers, but it's either a 0/4 or 4/0. Either way, it's a very nano detail brush, so I was just using that to drop in the paint. Well, in this stage it's actually pretty much an ink wash at this moment. So, just dropping her in here. I made a wee mistake. Yeah, tried to clean it off. Managed to get it in eventually. See, looks really good. Then I'm just tidying up in Mechanical Standard, and I actually pushed some of the white back out, which I tried fixing quite a few times, but I just kept pushing it around, so I just decided to go to another side for now, because if I'm not mistaken, that's where his other foot goes anyway, once he's re-glued back excuse me, once he's re-glued back onto the stand, hopefully it'll cover. Actually, I have him sitting here, let me just test this. Yeah, his foot will cover that. Great. It's the simple things in life, eh? The simple, small wins, as it were. Right, so now that the Corax white ink is dry, I now do the exact same thing, only with a moot green. So I've inked down the moot green. No, I haven't done that yet. Yes, I've seen like little spiders here, so I'm just picking them off with some lead belcher. And I figured I haven't done the moot green stage yet, but it's there. It gets watered down and the same thing, gets the same treatment. So just filling in the tiny little white orbs and tidying up some wee bits there. And there's the lead belcher going on, or is that that's the Runelord brass, sorry. So lead belcher was the base, and Runelord went over the top. And I'm just dotting in some moot green for the eyes. And up there, I was making the moot green ink for the runes on the base. So, just look at that. See how lovely that flows, like? Damn. And this one was actually a lot easier than the white was. It just dropped in, pushed through. It was really fun to work with. But these parts were extremely time consuming as well. Not more than the most of it, but I had to like hold it very still. I actually think I've popped it off quite a few times. But getting it done a lot faster than I did with the white. Just making sure it's all fine. Just filling in those wee parts. Okay, and next up is the shading of the moot green. So for this, I'm using Striking Scorpion Green. It's the one I use for all my Necrons. So yeah, I'm just straight from the pot, just very finely dumping it in and pushing it around. Now I have the stand in front of me because it's still in the drying process, but it does look really good. I might have to give another Earthshade wash over some parts, but try not to hit the white or the greens. We're just getting them filled in. See, told you it looks really well. So now I'm just using a wee bit of Armageddon dust for the majority of the black base. Because my Necrons are, well, looking at one I painted a while ago, I need to do the same thing over those, but it mainly was Armageddon dust. That stuff takes ages to dry. So I'm just waiting for that to dry, and then I'll do the rest of the base off camera. I'm just going to put these away now. I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out, because every other video I've made, it's like the camera angles are a bit Oh yes, Nolan oil, I forgot. So with the little spiders, I just do a small drop of Nolan oil over them. Well, we're getting to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to do the whole like and subscribe thing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!